change our camera position. That way it looks like we're doing more than one thing and it's not All right, kind of missed this on the camera here, but we're filling in, trying to smooth out these holes on this side. A little bit of Bondo here. I don't really want to have to sand or clean this up because I'm just going to lay the art right over this. So I'm going to just fill them up right there with that. Take my squeegee here and just kind of wipe it off smooth. All right, and that'll give me a nice little, when I drill the holes back in that, it'll give a nice place for the bolt to rest. And we're gonna make sure we don't over tighten them and break our side arc this time. All right, get our side arc laid out here where it's gonna go. Oh dang, I gotta remember our placement here. I think we had the top there 5 1/8. We're looking even there. Actually, I have 5 1/4 on the other side. So that there, and then all right, we're looking about 3 inches there, 3 inches there, 5 1/4 there, 5 1/4 there. All right, you get our board on here and clamped up. All right, get that clamped down like that. And that's going to hold her in place. Okay. We're going to peel this and lay it over, and you got to hold it without touching it.
So I hold this?
Yep, catch it. Peel it off. All right, now lay it down.
So are you just going to like cut it off?
Yep.
And then lay it there? Smart.
know what's bad is as perfect as I try to work on these arcade games, when they were new in the factory, they were just slapping these things together. I was looking up online. People were trying to decide where the artwork should be. Like, is it 2 inches from the top, 5 inches from the top, where it goes? They just slapped them on. Nobody had a paper that said where it had to go on. You know, when that person went to lunch, somebody else went to slapping them on. We're a little bit better than we did on the first side. Man, yeah, guys, we're going to have to learn how to do that wet method. We got to get better at this. Got to get better at this. So, all right, now we got to drill our holes for our monitor bracket. I don't know why my front facing camera is quitting going out on my GoPro, but I'm not happy with it.
You need like a surgery table.
All right, time out. Time out. All right, so getting a little tired of this thing falling off and hitting the floor. So I'm sure they make an attachment for this, but this is what we're going to come up with. All right. So maybe that'll hold our GoPro camera on this time, and we won't have to pick it up off the floor for the 17th time. I'm an hour drive from Best Buy, guys. That's what we got. You want to make sure when you do this, you blow all that stuff over in front of the monitor. That way it's laying all over the CRT when you're done. All right. Stand her up. Take a look at what we've done. Oh. All right, she's back up off the floor. I'm gonna fire her up, make sure she still works. Snap, crackle, pop. All right, we're looking really good, guys. Quit playing video games. We're not here to play games. Next, some quick fun with sanding. That's how you restore your Donkey Kong coin box. A little dusty in there. I still gotta get a lock for this door, and then I don't know, I may leave the lock off, but I'm still gonna put 2 screws to hold the door on, just so it doesn't rattle and chatter. I'm also gonna print a new sheet and put on the back of this, and we'll figure out how to remove this old one. Looks like it was stapled and glued. Right there. Yeah. Well, so much for saving that for some wall art. We're having a lot of luck with that on this project, are we? But anyway, we're gonna sand this all down, get back to bare wood, make it look nice and new, slap it back on there. And this is the home stretch, guys. Home stretch, yes. For transportation reasons, we're going to roll the cord up and store it inside the cabinet. Now, Nintendo was really cool, and they recessed this right here to where you can roll the cord up inside the cabinet and then close the door. Do a walk around here. You're gonna look at things. I got so many bubbles in that side art. I'm so ashamed. I could have done a lot better on that. Oh, I got sawdust all over it now. Let's hit that with the air hose real quick.
What a difference.
And that's the original bezel, the original marquee. I did replace this plastic here.
I saw your video.
Well, I was going to try to save the other one, but they had drilled holes in it. But I wanted to save it anyway. But that plexi that they put over it, I don't know what, but it was just, even after in pieces, there was still a little dime-sized piece that would not come off that plexi.
Yeah.
I don't know what got between there, but it bonded. But I'm actually going to take those pieces and cut a piece of wood and screw it to it and make a little,
That looked pretty cool.
little sign to hang up.
Wow, look at that coin door.
I welded up the holes in it. Like I said, I can see all the imperfections in it. Stuck my little card there on the little thing. This was stuff I found inside. All right, one of the, this was over the coin slot. That painted blank, that was, I cleaned it, and that's what,
You can run it out, huh?
that was what somebody had on it
Look that
originally.
number up.
Yeah, and then there was, that card was laying in the bottom of the box.
Upshur Road, Montana. Well, this thing up in Indiana.
So it's got some
Travel.
miles on it.
That's awesome. I'm gonna do some research on those.
So yeah, I like the story. You know, I kind of like the story and all behind it. I rewired all of that and got it neat. Everything, the service. I put a new switch in it. It was missing the switch, and the wires were all cut going to that. I've got a new cord on there. Got the inside all cleaned up.
Oh,
That color issue I was having was this chip right here was dirty. And I actually pulled it out, cleaned the contacts. And the only way I found it was to go around and just press on things. And my son was up front playing it. But that right there has something to do with all the blue sprites. So I pulled it out, cleaned the legs on it, put it back in. I went ahead and pulled the others and cleaned them up some. This is that free play kit, or
okay.
high score save kit that goes in there. You pull this chip out of that socket, you put this board in, and then you put the processor back in. But it allows you, it gives you high score saves, so that way when you turn the machine off, the names are all still there. But it also allows you, when you first start the machine up, it'll come up into a setup mode, and you can select free play or, you know, how many lives per games. You can go straight to the settings instead of having to go through and set all the switches and all that on there.
Oh,
You can
okay.
actually do it from the main menu, or from a main menu on there.
That's crazy.
Oh, I was looking for that.
What is that?
That's the clip for the joystick that I lost. I had to go rob one off of another machine to put that together. But yeah, I got it all cleaned up, and
This is amazing. What's what's that in there?
that was the factory fuses that were taped to the inside of the cabinet. So those are the original fuses that come from the factory, and I
Okay.
just put them in the bag and I hung the bag. Well, the bag, they were still in the bag, so I just taped them back in there to
That's pretty funny.
where they came from. I'm going to look into it, but there was a sheet that hung on the back on the inside of the door,
Okay.
like a factory settings and all that, and setup procedure and all that. And I could have printed it, but it's actually like a 10 by 14 sheet. It's a large sheet, so I'm going to have to go buy Staples.
Okay.
And I've got it on. I can get it online.
Just email it to me. I'll print
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That was
So,
awesome. Wow.
but yeah, let's plug it in. And
You think it'll reach now?
oh, you notice I put the power switch, but I put the power switch back where it goes. Remember, they had it screwed
Yeah, that's right.
hanging on the back. That's where it's supposed to go, right there. Volume knob is on the back of the monitor. Right here on this left one. That's your volume. The monitor's bolted in now too.
Okay, yeah.
Remember, it had the screw there with the washer holding
Yep.
it down. It was just laying on the board.
And those ones rods were pinned up too, remember?
Yeah, this is a different monitor actually.
Okay.
I actually had another tube. I had your chassis sent out and rebuilt. And this one's going to be better because I noticed that your chassis, the yoke, this piece here, which is what affects the focus and all for your colors, that it actually was loose.
Okay.
So this one was a much better tube. It wasn't bent. I saved yours because, like I said, these tubes they're Nintendo. You you got to have them for a Nintendo cabinet. So.
Oh shit.
We got a scratch there. If you know somebody that does any polishing, they may be able to polish that out, but you just don't want to go too deep on it and take out the artwork.
It's one of those things. Like I kind of like a little bit of mix in it now. It's like it kind of looks like an old arcade.
Yeah. Yeah, when Nintendo did all the Fix-It Felix cabinets, they were taking the Donkey Kong cabinets, and they actually would do things like they glued like fountain drinks on the top of the cabinets, like, and had them knocked over, laying with like fake drinks spilt over the side and everything. What was it? When Disney had their arcades, they were running for a little bit there.
Disney had arcades?
They call it Disney Discovery or something. It was they were supposed to be mini theme parks, indoor theme parks that they were going to put out. But they were overpriced, and that was also about the decline when people just weren't going out to arcades anymore. Yeah. And they had the Fix-It Felix cabinets there, and I think they only opened 3 locations. I think one up north around Chicago, and one in California, and one in Florida. But they sold all their machines off, and there's collectors that are looking for those Disney featured cabinets.
I bet a penny for those too.
Mm-hmm.
She's beautiful, man. You did an amazing job.
Yep. But man, I'm amazed at just how good that stuff turned out on the side. It looked so good on there.
And that's like a laminate?
Yeah, just like countertop. And you can see right there how close it is. Of course, that's a piece that's been sanded and everything like that. But you can see how close the color was on that.
What'd you end up going with T-molding?
I think this is the 9/16. You can see it kind of sticks out. It kind of doesn't cover the laminate, but I could have gotten a wider T-molding and then trimmed it. But man, it just looks so good. I just wanted to leave it alone. I got you an LED up in here, an LED light to put up in there, so that way that'll never flicker or go out. And it just turned out really good.
I love just the old school setting back screen with the glass in front.
I cut a new shroud. I got a lot of footage to edit, man.
All right.
The videos that I did on this take so long because I'll have 6 hours of footage. And it may just be me like looking like, where the hell did I set that screwdriver that I just had? It's in pretty good shape. It needs to be restored. Got several flaws on it. We're gonna fix this up.
Here we